All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. This is how we ended up taking a pretty decent trade, 1-to-1. We ended up making $400 on 5 accounts. Executions are on the Discord. I just got to post the P&L, but I'll do that in a bit. But if you guys want to join the giveaway for the 350K Alpha Zero accounts, I have a link to the Discord in the pinned comment, so go join that up. You just need an Alpha Futures account to join, so if you guys don't have one, just use that sign up link and sign up. All my links are in the comments and in the description, so go check that out. And yeah, let's get right into this. So coming into the day, I was actually favoring for us to come up and take out data high, which is what ended up happening. I just unfortunately didn't get an entry. So for draws and liquidity, we had data high. We had this Monday PM high, which ES had actually taken out. So we had a kind of a bearish SMT. We had this 4-hour gap. And then for sell side, we had this hourly low and then London low. And then we had a small 1-hour gap, which I really wasn't paying too much attention to. So we had 9:45 PMI news. So I kind of waited for that. And off of the news, we ended up getting kind of this move down, taking out these lows, and then we got this nice displacement up here. And I wanted to see a little bit more of a pullback, and I actually would have got in this trade. That would have been done here. But, I mean, if you guys did take this, you could have still scraped the 1-to-1, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, again, I just wanted a little bit more of a pullback. My draw was obviously at the time the data high. I just didn't get the entry I wanted, but pretty good trade if you guys did take that. Nice displacement. And yeah, from there, we ended up putting in a bearish SMT. So as you can see, NQ ended up taking out the data high. ES never took out the data high. So at this point, I was still kind of favoring higher into that 4-hour gap, but I wanted to see some inversions or something to the downside. So pretty much the only thing we had standing in the way was this I think it was this 3-minute bullish fair value gap right here. So I was looking at this 3-minute gap, and I was saying if we were going to hold it and maybe show displacement, then I would continue to look higher. But if we were going to inverse it, then I wanted to see lower. And we ended up kind of faking out. We never got the true inversion, and then we dumped down. We got another retrace back up, and then this is where I started to look for the short, and I'll explain why. I looked for the short here. So as you can see, NQ pulled into this 5-minute gap, and I forgot to mention before, we had a bullish SMT. ES had swept out this hourly low. NQ never did, NQ never swept it out. ES swept it out. So we had a bullish SMT, but as you can see right here, we had the push down. We had a retrace into a 5-minute bearish for value gap, and then this is where I really got the idea. So if you look at ES at this point had left equal lows with London low. So I figured that potentially ES could come down and want to take out that London low and then potentially continue to flush lower, or at least come down. Even if it didn't want to come down and take them out, I'm sure it would show a reaction off this gap, because it was showing nice rejection off of around the CE point of that 5-minute gap. So I figured we could get at least a 1-to-1. I didn't want to be greedy with the TPs at this point because it was getting later in the session and the volume was kind of getting lower. So again, ES had a draw lower at those equal lows at London low. NQ was rejecting off this 5-minute gap. We had an SMT off of the data high, so I was figuring we could get some type of rotation downwards. I just wanted to see an inversion or some type of like displacement or volume to confirm, right? So for this trade idea, I wanted to give my stop a bit more room, so I ran it a little bit higher. I ran it like up around here. It might have been a bit lower, but anyway, I kind of just marked it out like this for now. But we had this 1-minute inversion right here. We actually got a retrace right here, but I was kind of still skeptical. I wasn't sure if we were going to continue to run through that gap and kind of make one more push higher and then get the rotation down. But after we put this rejection candle in right here, I ended up entering as the next candle kind of started to print. And luckily I did, because I literally got in with pretty much no drawdown. We ended up pushing right away down, and same with ES. ES ended up pushing straight down. Continuation model again off this 5-minute gap. 1-minute inversion, nice displacement. We kept rejecting, got in there, and then at around, I think it was this next candle here, I think I went break even because I seen we were within this 2-minute bullish FEG. Just to be safe, I went break even at this point. And again, I was just targeting a 1-to-1. If I had the stop a little bit closer, I would have been out a lot sooner, but that's just what I wanted, because I figured we could maybe see ES actually rotate towards that low. So I just wanted to leave it. So pretty much we ended up barely hitting TP, just barely. I was getting ready to manually close it out after we kept putting in these wicks, but luckily we ended up just barely hitting TP, and then luckily we did, because from there price ended up reversing, and it's starting to reverse from there. So I'm assuming in the PM we're probably going to want to see ES take out that London low. I mean, I guess we'll see, but yeah, pretty much we had, again, push up off of news taking out the data high. We got a bearish SMT off the data high. NQ took it out. ES didn't. We had a nice rotation to the downside, a retrace back into this 5-minute bearish for value gap. We have a draw lower. We get a 1-minute displacement, inversion, retrace, rejection. Take the entry there. Just target the 1-to-1. Again, if I put the stop a little bit lower, I would have been out of this trade faster, but I got pretty lucky on that. So that's it for this one, guys. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. If ES actually does come down and take out that low, or if we want to head towards this 4-hour gap. But I guess we'll see. I'll do the post-market breakdown tonight in the Discord, so if you guys want to join. And again, the giveaway's live in there. You just need that Alpha Futures account. So everything's in the pinned comment, and then if you go to the giveaway channel in the Discord, it'll be there. So that's it from you guys. And again, I have my code now. It's LukeX at Alpha Futures. If you guys want the best discount, you can just use that now. So that's it for me, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.